Okay, guys, take 3 on this video. Recorded take 1 for 10 minutes. Liked the first 5, even though I was just rambling. And then the last 5, I thought was maybe the stupidest episode I've ever recorded. Look at this sunset. It's beautiful. I'm in the spot on my walk. If you can't tell, no duh. But yeah, I'm gonna do the same recap that I've done in the other videos. Just as a little update where I'm at. So it's been a good day. This is the second episode I've tried to record today. Recorded the music one this morning. That was a good reflection. And it's been a pretty alright day. Like it's been busy. Worked for full day and I've got hours of work to do tonight after this walk. So that will be interesting. Yeah, that will be interesting. But yeah, the walk has been good. My gut kind of hurts, to be honest, or something in my body hurts. It's like my stomach or my gut or something. Because I kind of switched up my diet in the last 2 days because Easter and I finished Lent, which is super lit. Like I broke my fasts. I had a glass of wine last night and I had a big old thing of sweets, which I have not really been allowing myself to do. But yeah, so on the walk so far, I did a voice note to Sydney because Sydney watches my videos. Look at that sunset, it's crazy. Sydney watches these. She's like the only person that does. And she sent me like a 10-minute voice note reflecting on it and like responding to it. And it's cool because then I sent a 10-minute voice note back to her. And it was cool because it made these not just feel like I'm shouting out into the void, but it felt like an actual conversation. And yeah, so far today, on my way back from work, I listened to an album, which felt great considering, literally what I was talking about this morning and not being able to enjoy music. Put in a CD from my dad's collection because last time I was at home in Washington, me and my dad went through his CD collection together because he just doesn't use it. It's just sitting in the garage. And I took like 10 albums that excite me. A couple of them I knew. I took some Bonnie Raitt CDs that I like, or albums that I love. So those are cool that I'm gonna have in my collection and be able to listen to. And then he just recommended me a ton of stuff. Some of which it's like I knew like one song on the album where it's like it's a Tom Petty album, so it's like, oh yeah, like I know the first song because it's like a hit, but then like I don't know the rest of it and it's like good. And Indigo Girls, that album was really good to like really explore and listen to a few times. But yeah, I listened to one on my way back from work and it's really good. It was so good. So it felt good to be able to enjoy stuff. Also, I'm recording this episode while my phone is in grayscale because Sydney reminded me that exists. And fun fact, I already had it set on my phone to have it just be the triple tap of the power button and it turns on, because I did that when I got my phone like a year ago. My instinct was I had already been doing it on my other phone, had grayscale on for most of the time, and so I just put it on the easy, the triple tap feature, and I low-key don't even know how to get it off, but I stopped using it so long ago because I was just annoyed by it. But yeah, Sydney reminded me that I should be using grayscale because it makes me less addicted to media. Media of the week. Okay. So the actual topic of today's episode has changed 3 times, or this episode. It's not today's because I've already done one today. But yeah, I have tried to record the first one. I just felt like the topic itself was boring. It was just too intimate. I just felt so uncomfortable saying it. It's stuff that I didn't even want to say to myself, which is probably not good for me to not feel comfortable saying to myself. But I don't know, I just didn't want to come off as a bad person. It was me reflecting on I don't know, other people, and I didn't want it to sound like I was ungrateful, or I didn't want to say the wrong thing and then them eventually hear it, even though it was honest thoughts. But it just made me uncomfortable to say it out loud, because I don't know, sometimes I don't think I really believe all of the thoughts I have, which I think is normal. And I'm going to stand up here for a second and talk because there's a couple walking and I don't want to be so I don't want to be right. Whatever, I'm going to go faster. Actually, I'm changing my mind. I'm so awkward. But yeah, I don't know. I just didn't feel like the thoughts I was saying out loud would have aged well, if that makes sense. And so, yeah, I don't know. I don't want to come off as a bitter person, even if currently I am bitter about stuff. You know what I mean? I don't want that to be the thing that lasts, I think it's a fleeting emotion that I have towards a situation. And it doesn't need to be like that forever. And I don't think it will be like that forever. But it just kind of currently is, so it's just on my mind, and I kind of was reflecting on it. But we are literally 7 minutes into this, and I haven't said the freaking meaning of it. Or the point of this episode. Where I'm going with all this is, and it kind of is a reflection on that, is, I don't know, what is the point? What was the point of ever not doing something that you think was right? I feel like I am so guilty of this. I do things, I say yes to things because I feel like I should feel or say yes to them. I agree to do things, and I'm this is right, it would be mistaken of me not to do this. But then sometimes I get into these situations and I just feel wrong about them, and I feel I don't know, they're not I had that episode of if it's not serving you, don't do it, and I strongly believe that was true. But that's a whole nother thing to really step into something that you, jeez, there's so many bugs. I don't know, I was really stepping into something. This echo is gonna go crazy. Look at that in real life effect. I've seen myself walk into something because I feel like I should do it, not because it actually feels right for me. And that's kind of messed up. That's kind of fucked. Also, I think I should stop swearing. I think it's a goal that I'm going to have for myself. But so many people. I'm gonna just wait a second to talk again. But yeah, I've seen myself not necessarily always agree, but just kind of do things because I feel like I should. And then ultimately I come to realize that shit will just get me into situations that I'm not happy with. That's literally the reason for my imposter syndrome so often, is because I feel like I'm not equipped to do it, even though I like say yes to do things, or like I don't know, things are like bigger than I anticipate, and then I'm like, I feel so small compared to whatever the thing is. But I don't know, I've found myself in situations where I'm like, what is the point of this? If I clearly am not going in the same direction that I feel like this is guiding me, why have I even been prescribing myself to this thing? Why have I been laying my life down to serve this thing? Like, it's literally like, it actually makes me upset that like I used to do that so much, and honestly I still do. Like, I not as much anymore. Like, I've been actually pretty good at it. I've been better. I won't say good, but I've been better about not doing the things like that. But like, it makes me upset at my old me that like I thought it was necessary to do that, just because like, please, I thought it was necessary to, you know, be in a relationship because that's what people are supposed to do. But then like deep down, like low-key the entire time I was just questioning within myself, like I was questioning the entire time, like, do I like even like really want this? Like, it's not even like whether I want it with a person or not, but it's like, do I want this as in like a future with someone? That like, do I know that I want that? And I think a lot of what I was being driven by was me being like, oh, like, I don't know. And I wasn't like lying to myself, and I wasn't lying to others, but I was confidently saying, I don't know if I want this all the way, but like, just in case I do, I'm gonna stick to it. I think I might have had the wrong approach. Actually, I think I definitely had the wrong approach. I think you should do things that you want to do and do them confidently. Do the things that you want to do and do them confidently. Don't do the things that you don't want to do unconfidently because you think you should do them. Literally, what? Like, and I'm not just speaking about like relationships. Like, this goes to like jobs that I've agreed to. Like there was the same thing with the feature that I talked about in that other video, but it's like, I agreed to it because I feel like I should. Like, everyone was like, wow, you got a good opportunity there. Like, even though deep down I was like, the entire time I was like, this shit sucks. Like, this does not feel right. Like, everything was like wrong for it. And I couldn't figure out what was the matter. And it was just because in my heart, it felt like I was just doing it because I should, not because it actually excited me. So I don't know. I'm mad at myself that I like agree to do stuff that just doesn't make sense for me to do. And I'm learning to not do that as much. I've been saying no more often, not all the time. But like, bro, I don't know. Like, what was the point is almost like what I'm thinking now. Like, that might be the title of this, is like, what was the point? Like, where did it lead to? Like, I guess I did discover a lot about myself, and I don't regret the things that I did most of the time. But like, I regret thinking that like, I'll accept how it is after I'll be okay with how it is even after I've accepted something. Like I feel like that's just not how I should be living. It's not smart, it's not wise, to do something that's not serving you. Like, I've learned that. But if you're unsure about something, like, how, I don't know, like, I think it's okay to do things that you're unsure about, as long as it's not costing you your life, not like literally, but like a big chunk of your life. Like, as long as you're not overcommitting to something, like, I think that's okay. But, like, I don't know, take a read on yourself. Like, that's what I've done now. Like, I'm doing reads on myself. I'm like figuring out, like, oh, that's like what I actually believe in, and like, oh, that's what I actually like live out. Like, oh, that's what I take for granted. That's what I took for granted, and now I'm not taking it for granted because I care about that more. Like take a read on yourself and figure out what you actually like, because ultimately that'll help you not fall into situations where you're just like completely baffled at like how you got there. I don't want to do that anymore. Like, I've done that so many times where I'm like, bro, how did we get here? How did we get here? There's that little Sims song. It's like, how did we get here? How did we get here? It's like literally like that song. I used to relate to that song, bro. Like, I don't want to relate to that song. I want to be confident where I am, and I'm not the most confident where I am, but I'm on my way to it. Me walking on my way to where I'm confident. Like, I think I am kind of growing in a little bit of confidence, which is wild for me to say. Like, starting to like myself a little bit more. And it's because I'm not just like doing things because I think I should anymore. Like, and I'm learning what that actually means. Like, just learning the importance of taking a read on yourself and like understanding where you're at and what you actually are passionate about. Because damn, I was freaking bad at that before. I was really not good at that. But okay, here's to growth. Here's to understanding one's self. Just past more people. Understanding oneself. And eventually one day being confident. Even though I do think overconfidence, or just sometimes confidence in general, is like super unflattering, but there's a certain level, or like unflattering, like when I see people that are confident, I'm like, you gotta chill, bro. But guess what? A certain level of confidence is necessary, and you can't be confident if you are insecure about all the decisions you're making, because you're just making decisions based off what you should do, not based on your own like morals and values. Like, a whole part of adulthood I'm learning is like, you get to learn what you value, what your morals are. Like I grew up with a set of morals and values that were kind of like ingrained in me because of, you know, the way I grew up with my parents, and grew up in church, and grew up in like religion, and grew up with brothers. Like, there was all these different things, and like I was taught life lessons. And now is like the first time in my life, well, not first, like I've been an adult for a minute now, but like I'm really understanding, like, oh, I can choose my own morals and values and what I think is important in life. Like, that's literally my job, is to choose that. And I'm not saying I don't like value, you know, like relationships and like, I don't know, other people. Like, I'm not saying like, oh, I'm just a lone wolf. Like, that's cringe. Like, I'm not trying to say that. But what I am saying is that I really value independence, and I value that more than probably most people. And I value alone time, and I value making important decisions. And I don't know, I can make a whole episode about my morals and values and how they've changed, but they won't change if you're just accepting things about yourself that you just like are like wailing about like a friggin' flag in the wind. Like, don't be a flag, be a freaking light pole. I don't know, I'm just making a metaphor because there's a flag up here, but yeah, that's what I've got to say. Probably going to make a whole other episode about morals and values sometime, but that's this episode for now. And yeah, I don't know, I'm just frustrated. Like, what was the point of ever making decisions that I wasn't confident in? So, yeah, I think confidence is really important. It's way more important than I ever thought it was. And hey, I'm gonna trying to get there, you know? Maybe someday I'll be confident enough to like enter a new relationship. I don't really foresee that, to be honest with you. Maybe someday I'll have the confidence to, you know, agree to a feature film and like be the assistant editor and take a giant leap. But I don't really foresee that like super like soon or anything. Like, I could see all of these happening once I am confident in going about doing so, being very intentional going into something, not just being like, we'll see what happens. What was the point? What was the point in ever being like, we'll see what happens? And I feel like all that will do is hurt someone. And I've learned that it does hurt people, and I've learned that they get mad at you when you do that or have that mentality, and I feel really bad about having it. And you know, people can be bitter, and that's okay, and I'm trying not to be bitter towards other people, but damn, like, I didn't know that I was unconfident, or I did know that I was unconfident, but I didn't know that it was important to be confident. But I know now. I've learned that lesson, and I don't want to do something that I'm unconfident in, like, again. So, that's me. That's the episode. As the sun sets behind me, I will say again, no matter what you're going through today or tomorrow, the next day or the next day, no matter what's going on that day, the sun will set, and then the next day the sun will rise, and you will hear the birds outside your window, and it will be a new day with new opportunities, new chances to have a good day. And I hope you take that by the hand and be confident in your day, because you deserve it. You deserve it. So that's what I'm trying to tell myself. And also put your phone in grayscale and delete Instagram off your phone. That's my other words of advice today. And look at this sunset. I can't see it on my phone, but I trust it's beautiful. All right, bye.